watching the Original Music Podcast. With your host, Raymond Hemms.
All right, here we go. Episode 69. Episode 69. I couldn't have a better episode than to bring on Kardang, my favorite Norwegian band, Kardang back. But this time we have Chris Williams. How you doing tonight, Chris?
Yeah, fine, thank you.
And what is the weather like in Norway tonight?
It's beautiful. It's fantastic May. It's sun is shining and blue sky. Everything is perfect right now, actually. And talking to you is more.
Awesome.
More. They say less is more, but this is more.
Yes, but more is more.
More is more.
More is definitely more. Well, I appreciate you coming on because last time I had the boys on, I had Freddie, Junkus, and Boogie on, and we talked about everything, all kinds of really cool stuff. And I got introduced to your music. And I, to be honest, really blown away at the quality of it, but the style of it. To me, well, I don't care what I think. What would you call your style, this style of rock and roll?
I don't know what to call it, actually, because it's influenced by a lot of things.
Yeah.
We have, all the guys have 5 different influences.
Sure.
And it goes back from 70s to today. I love playing new stuff.
Yeah. Well,
but we're just kidding about what we call our music. We call it Kardangians. Kardang music. Kardangians.
Yeah. Well, that makes sense.
But it's like.
Yeah, yes. It's definitely edgy and crunchy, but there's every song that I've heard so far has got a brilliant hook or chorus, something in it that just kind of grabs you and pulls you in and goes, oh, that's excellent. Are you?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Yeah. When we make the music, we have this guitar players. They come up with some hooks and they do some lyrics and they give it to me. And I go through the songs, make some lyrics and polish the lyrics for what I think is good. And then I make some melody lines.
Yes, that's the hook.
And I'm not, when I make some melody lines, I go like 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times in one song. And I go like, is this okay? Yeah. Is this okay? Yeah. Something here. Is this okay? That's okay. Okay. So I make some, I'm not satisfied with one melody line.
Yeah. And it sounds like to me, and it kind of works this way in my bands as well, is like when you're bringing an idea for a song or such, it's kind of, it's a sales pitch to the guys in the band. You bring it and you're like, hey, what do you think of that?
Yeah.
Hey, what about that one? Nope. What about this one? Oh yeah. And it's always very easy when the yes is the yes across the board in the group. It's always very easy to go, okay, all right, everybody's on board. We're going forward with that idea. Same thing with you guys.
Yeah, it's the same. The first 2 songs was actually made by Boogie Silver and me.
Yeah.
He made When We Ain't Dead Yet, and we made together Magic.
Yeah.
And the rest was made by, how shall I put it? Touchdown was made by Junkus.
Uh-huh.
Guilty Pleasure was my song.
Sure.
So actually the first LP, the first 11 tracks was made by one of each other. You said now this album is made together.
Yeah, that's a good point. You know, and how long has the band been together?
Actually, we talked about this on the rehearsal right now. We've been playing about 3.5, 4 years ish.
Yeah. And when a band initially gets together, that's exactly how it is. You've got, we'll say 4, in this case 5 entities coming together, and everybody has musical baggage of material of like, hey, I never used this in any of my other bands, or I used part of this in one band, but here's an idea, and then from this side, here's an idea. So I get what you're saying is the album was put together right. This mainly was Junkus. This was Freddie's. Well, this was mine, and it came together. Yep. And now what you're saying on Rizky Biznizz album, which really seems to be hitting a stride, you're using the Kardang, you're using the powertrain you're rolling now, and I really feel like your sound is very signature now. To when I hear Kardang, I'm like, boom, that's definitely their sound.
We have actually a new song coming out this Friday.
Right, nice.
When we made this song, it was actually Junky's song. It's called Hey Molly, because it's a tribute to all the grandmothers out there.
When you say Mullah, are you M-U-L-L-A-H?
No, M-O-L-L-Y.
Oh.
Molly. Hey Molly.
Oh, Hey Molly.
Yeah. So it's actually coming out this Friday.
Any chance we can listen to that one?
Maybe.
Okay.
Because it's how shall I put it? We were having a break, and we are every time we're having a break, we try to make some new music.
Yeah.
It's not because we must. It's it's a hobby. Then you just have nothing to do, and you go like do something.
Yeah.
And then he showed us. He played a little bit of Hey Molly, and we go like, it's a cool song, but it's not typical.
Yeah.
Kardang.
Oh, okay.
Why don't we just put it out as a single?
Yeah.
So actually, it's a Kardang-ish song with a twist.
Okay. I'm curious whether we play it on the show today or not. I definitely want to hear it because
cool.
I'm definitely a fan. But well, before we get into previewing one of the newer tunes here, I wanted to get your history because I learned about Junkus. He came on, he had a Kiss shirt on, so I knew immediately one of his influences, and that's cool. But vocally, I was extremely surprised at your vocals, and by that I mean very clear enunciation and clean. Almost, I don't want to say kind of but there's a Bryan Adams rasp when you want it. It's not there all the time, but there's like when you go to that full voice, it breaks up like vintage classic rock vocalist Grammy level. Who are your influences, and how did you even realize that you could sing?
Oh, thank you for all the fantastic work. But I guess it all started when I was listening to Foreigner.
Oh,
Lou Gramm.
Yeah.
Foreigner and Lou Gramm.
Mm-hmm.
When I heard that voice,
yes,
it immediately turned me on by singing in the shower and trying to sound like him.
Yeah.
And then I heard Elvis, and then I heard Jolene Turner from Rainbow.
Yeah.
And I heard a lot of Chris Cornell from Soundgarden.
Oh yeah.
So I think when I started singing, I tried to be like them.
Sure, as we all have.
But
yeah,
yes. But My singing is I haven't got the technique. I just sing with the voice I have.
Right.
I've always done that. So, like you say, if I have a Bryan Adams crunch to it, it's not because I'm trying.
Right.
It's because it's from my heart. It's just when you listen to us when we play live, you do. It's good, but it's not. How shall I put it? It's not. If you want to hear Bryan Adams,
Right.
maybe you hear Lou Gramm. If you want to hear Lou Gramm, maybe
Yeah.
it's Chris Cornell. If you want to hear, so it's not that I'm pretending to be someone I'm not. It's just what it comes out. What it comes out is me.
Yeah. Yeah. I like to.
I think that's my.
I like to look at it like this. Your influences that you know, as a young person learning your craft, your influences become little tools to go into your toolbox. And like when you need that wrench of Bryan Adams, boom, it's, you know, it's kind of there. If you need that wrench of Chris Cornell style, you know, it's kind of in there because, you know, as artists, I don't think people that don't do this understand that we study this stuff over and over and over, listening to a song or a section of a song, or how did he do that? You know, and you know, we study that, and every time we study that, that's another socket that goes into your toolkit. And when you need a 10 millimeter, look, there it is.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. But yeah.
What age did you realize this?
I think it was about 20, because I've always been a how shall I put it, football player.
Okay.
European football.
Yes.
I was almost a pro.
Wow.
Yeah. So they bought me from a town nearby.
Sure.
So I was actually trying to be a pro in European football, soccer.
Yeah. Yeah.
But then I went to the military.
Okay.
And then I got home and I met a girl.
It happens.
And I got kids.
That happens too.
Yeah, no football.
Yeah.
And then, yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, with the football, I feel like that if you're a football player or a soccer player here in the States, man, I couldn't do it on the running alone. So you have to have developed a massive, you know, lung expansion, cardio type of, you know, ability by doing that for so many years. Do you think that helped with your breathing and in your singing?
Yeah, I think that because I did a lot of running.
Yeah.
And a lot of bicycling.
Yeah.
And a lot of climbing in trees and everything big. But I feel now I don't need that kind of much activities, training.
Sure.
Because when I'm on stage, I have the energy because I'm focused. Maybe it's because I did football and I was focused.
Yeah.
Training, football, match, I was focused. And when you're focused, you get another higher, how shall I say, intensity.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And, you know, and also with that, do you find, I mean, it happens to me and like I can be at sound check and be like, man, you know, my hip is killing me, or my lower back hurts, or my knee hurts, but as soon as it's game time, out the window. I don't even think about it until, you know, time to load out. And I'm like, man, this is hard for an old man, you know? But do you find that when the lights go down and the lights on the stage come on, that all of that goes away?
Knock on wood.
Yeah.
Not so many problems,
Yeah.
but I'm nervous.
Oh, okay. You get nervous.
Because I have this vocal warm-up training.
Okay.
For about between 1 to 2 hours before I go on stage, because when I have this, when I'm singing with my own voice in 1 hour,
Yeah.
I get this little breakdown, and when I meet this breakdown,
Yeah.
I get anxious. Is it going to put me down or up?
Right.
Yeah. So when I'm finished with that one and I go on stage, the first two songs I'm not so,
Oh yeah.
But when it comes to song number 3 and 4, then it's everything is fantastic.
Everything settles in at that point.
Yeah.
Now, not to go into too deep of a detail on your warm up, but like, who taught you to do this, or was this just something that you started doing and you're like, oh, that really helps me maintain a good voice throughout the night?
Yeah, last thing you said.
Yeah.
I just learned it myself because when I'm trying to do the first hour, I go early, I do this all the songs. We play almost 20 songs.
Yeah.
And the first song is sometime we are changing the songs now, but the first one was Turbo Prince. Then it's like, I wanna rock, I wanna feel. Instead of that, I go like, I wanna rock, I wanna feel, I'm on a train and never stops. So I go like warming my voice.
Yeah.
Take the first 10 songs in a lower pitch.
Yeah, lower range.
Next one in a higher. When I'm finished, I go high.
Yeah.
And then I have a breakdown. And then I start again, and then it's good.
Wow.
So
wow. That's
by 1 or 2.
Yeah, that's amazing that you kind of just through, I guess, trial and error kind of came up with that type of a process. I would imagine that it would also help you with that much time prior, remember key lines, or, you're kind of going over the lyrics again in your head prior to performing them. I would imagine that would also help retain the song lyric.
That's actually my second, how shall I put it, thing I think about.
Yeah.
First is my voice, and the second is the lyrics.
Yeah.
And third is melody lines.
Sure.
And 5, I go through everything in my head. I go like, shall I make the audience go like clapping in this here?
Yeah.
Or shall I just go out? Because I always take off my shirt and I go running to the audience. So
nice.
I need to do it in my head. When am I going to run through the audience?
Yeah.
No, it's not this here. So when I'm singing, if I go hard, if I go out in 100, I go like, I can't do this on song number 2. I need to wait. Song number 4, then I run out.
Yeah. Well, and the crowd's probably ready by then too. There's also an art to we in the States call it like, reading the room, and getting a feel for what you're getting back at the end of songs, where the crowd is at energetically and mentally. Are they ready for you to run out there yet?
Yeah. Have you actually a question?
Mm-hmm.
Have any of you guys, when you are playing, have you did some stage dive?
No, I will not.
Not everyone.
I don't trust random people that much. It looks fun, but there's just too much that could go wrong. The crowd surfing stuff, they're floating on their back, and hey, it's great on stage and you're watching them have that much fun. But I've got an expensive instrument, and I'm not going to put it. Yeah. I got an expensive me that I don't want. Yeah. I don't want broken. So you're saying that crowd surfing is one of the things on your bucket list that you want to try, huh?
Yeah, actually, it is.
Yeah, I think it'd be fun, but I'm going to leave that to the youngsters. Well, let's check out the song "Rizky Biznizz" from the album "Rizky Biznizz." Yes.
Yes.
And what can you tell me? I mean, I've seen the video and I know what to expect, but what can you tell me about the song and what it's about before we play it?
Rizky Biznizz is, how shall I put it? It's about, let's look at the song.
Okay.
And listen to the lyrics.
Okay.
And I can tell you something about it afterwards if it's okay.
Excellent. Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's check this out. This is Rizky Biznizz from Kardang. Yeah, man, I love all of that.
Oops.
Yeah. I mean, that's just, it's just such good straight up rock and roll, but it's very clean. Like, you know, I love the guitar starting off in the left ear on the intro. Boom. You know, Freddie counts you guys in. The second guitar comes in. It's just got such a nice, produced, properly sound.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah, we actually dig it ourselves. So
yeah.
But you talked about lyrics, what it's about. I think you have a little clue now when it comes to turn it up, turn it up. I want my shiny honey and boost my bone and
yeah.
But actually, it was a dirty lyric.
Yeah.
Very dirty.
Yeah.
You're my love machine. But when we did the lyrics and I was going to make it for listening to play it on radios and stuff, I went like, we can't say
Yes.
pussy and dick and stuff like that. That's for Steel Panther.
Yeah.
It's not for us.
Yeah, you need innuendo, like Kiss did with Love Gun in '76.
Yeah.
'77.
Yeah.
It's and AC/DC. She shook me all night long. I mean, you guys have in my opinion, all of this is my opinion. You've got a very AC/DC-esque guitar section. The tones are not too overdriven. Everybody's playing a really good, clean part, and everything meshes, perfectly together as a unit. And I mean, is AC/DC an influence on the band?
Yeah, actually, we have two guys.
Yeah,
they did a AC/DC podcast here in Norway. And because the drummer Freddie and Junkis,
yep,
they are very influenced by AC/DC.
Yeah, okay.
And they have both of them have one album from AC/DC they love.
Wow.
Yes, so I think if you have that influence and a great band such as AC/DC,
sure,
I think it follows you your whole life.
Yeah, sure. And to be honest, AC/DC, it's not mathematical prog rock type of music, but what it does have is some of the best rock and roll production. It actually, I think, set the standard for a lot of bands coming after them. And you guys have the same thing. I've talked to Freddie on the last podcast about, man, the drums just sound absolutely amazing on your records. Are you guys still using the same producer and everything?
Yeah, and actually he's a multi-musician, but I think what he usually preferred to play is drums.
Sure.
So I think he's a drummer.
Yeah.
But when it comes to do the choir and do the singing and stuff like that, he listens and he goes like, no, not good. Do this. I can help you with that one. Just follow my lead. And he go like, woo, and I go like, woo, and so he helped us a lot.
Yeah. Well, like I told the guys on the last podcast, whoever you're using, don't change. You go on, stay on that path, because you guys definitely have a signature sound because of it.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
He's actually an American.
Really? And he's living in Norway?
Yes.
Wow.
His name is Galatin, Thomas Galatin.
Thomas Galatin, and he's got his own studio near you guys, or how's that working?
Yes. 25 minutes from us.
Perfect.
He lives here in Kvinesdal with his wife and 3-4 kids.
Wow.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, the video for Rizky Biznizz, all the snow everywhere and snowmobiles and having fun and going crazy like that. Talk to me about the filming of that. Was there a storyboard or a storyline that you guys were trying to follow, or hey, we have the snowmobiles for this day, we're going to capture everything we can?
Actually, we did. Junkis had this history and the storyline about doing some stuff in winter on the mountains, in the snow, playing the song and the snowmobiles, like you said. Yep. But when it came to when we had the time in April, February, March, around there, where his location was, there wasn't any snow.
Right.
But then it came to 1 week later, there was still no snow where his location was. But 30 minutes from us here in Flekkefjord, there is a place called Krogeland. Yeah. There was about 1 meter snow.
Wow. And
then we have to turn around, ask our producer who was filming and stuff, called Gary.
Yeah.
And we told to him, is it possible for you to come down this weekend, because we are going into studio Friday doing a single, and Saturday we are doing video for Rizky Biznizz in the mountains. And he went like, well, I'm living there when I'm home with my parents, so I can do this for this weekend, next weekend. Okay.
Awesome. Yeah.
Yeah. So he came, and we, in 1 week, 5-6 days, we turned our heads around, did some telephone calling stuff and everything went our way. So
Yeah, sure.
we did the pyro, and they go like, okay, we can try and make it. And yeah, so
Wow.
actually there was a storyline, not on that date, 1 week later.
Yeah.
And it was fantastic.
Yeah. Now, when you were in the studio just prior to shooting the Rizky Biznizz video, you weren't in the studio recording the song Rizky Biznizz. You were recording something new, right?
Yeah, the new song, Hey Molly.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say, if you guys could pull off recording the song and then turning around and doing the video, like right then, that's amazing. But it does sound like you as a band have really good capability of organizing thoughts, organizing, projects, and hey, we're gonna go shoot, and we're gonna do this, we're gonna do a photo shoot at the same time. You seem to be well-oiled machine, and it being Kardang, the propulsion system drivetrain, you have to have good lubricant.
Yeah, I think the main thing about being, like you said, a band that's going like a good machine, oiled machine. We have two guys. Freddie on the drums and Boogie Silver.
Yeah.
They're working on oil platforms.
Yeah.
When 2 weeks away, then we are every Monday first week, Monday second week, we are on the Messenger on like Zoom.
Yeah.
Then we talk about stuff.
Planning.
When they come home, they have 4 weeks off.
Yeah.
And then we need to do. What if there is a single, if there is a video, if there is a gig or something, whatever it is, we need to do it in between this 4 weeks.
Yeah.
We don't have, it has to be.
No
so,
options.
Yeah, I think that's the main reason why we are a good band.
I think that's actually,
a good band.
Yeah, that's a very good point, because it puts you, it puts your feet to the fire to get stuff done in a window of time every month. Right? Every month this happens? Yeah. So it's like, hey boys, all right, we've got this chunk of time. We know what's coming up. What are we going to get done? How are we going to do it? And shut up and let's do it.
Yeah.
That's
actually how it is.
Yeah.
The window is 4 weeks.
Yep.
So we need to be in that. Yeah.
Well, on the previous podcast that I had the boys on, are they on the oil rig right now?
No, we did rehearsal now. They have been home for 1 week.
Okay, great. Tell them I said hello.
Yeah, cool.
But when I had them on the last time, one of the things that I noticed that you guys are doing, and also I did a band called Mother Misery out of Sweden.
I love them.
Yeah, they're great.
Yeah.
But you guys in Europe, you're beating us in America. And the way that you're doing that is you still feel and see the importance of shooting videos. And I'm not just talking about performing it live. I'm not just talking about a lyric video. You guys are still shooting videos with the release of your singles. And I think that's what puts you guys a step above what we're doing over here in the States. I think we've gotten lazy over here.
Okay, so we think if we're doing a single, there has to be a video.
Yeah.
But maybe it's not, like I told you earlier, it's not because we must and want, it's because we think in everyone. How shall I put it? Got to see us how we are. We are actually normal people doing this for fun.
Yeah.
Not because of the money and fame and anything. It's because we want to show people that we have some fantasies. We have something we want to show you, and it's our music. If you like it, then look at us. See, we have fun actually.
Yeah.
And we don't earn any money.
Yeah.
It's like zero. So it's a hobby we like to share with other people in the world.
Yeah. Well,
and our fans.
Yeah, I'll say that your videos do that. Your videos, I don't remember what the name of the song was, but the song where you used the mayor of the town, and you guys, you're stealing something off of them, and then there's a car chase. And what's the name of that song?
Don't Let Me Drive.
Yeah, Don't Let Me Drive. Great track. Yeah. But
that's a cool.
But even greater video. The video showed your character of having fun as a band.
Yeah.
And it's just like, man, these guys are having a blast, and they got the mayor involved.
Yeah, we did. Yeah. He's actually a friend of ours.
Yeah.
Yeah. We talked to me and Boogie Silver. We were on Norweigen Rock 10 years ago. And then the mayor, he was the chauffeur, the driver.
Wow.
From Norway to Sweden.
Yeah.
Norweigen Rock and home.
Wow.
When we were driving home, we went like, "You're in the politics and stuff," and he goes like, "Yeah." And we go like, "Yeah, you should be the mayor." And he go like, "That would be great." And look at him now, he's the mayor.
Yeah, it never hurts as a rock band to have a mayor as a fan.
No, he actually when we are playing here in Flekkefjord, he comes up sometimes and he play with us Highway to Hell.
Oh, he can play.
No, he's the singer.
Oh, okay, he can sing. All right, that's awesome. Hey, yeah, I hear you. That trip from Norway to Sweden, I don't know my geography like I should, but how long a drive is that to get to, was it Stockholm?
Yeah, let's say about 15, 20 hours.
Wow. Okay, so it's not close at all.
No, it's not close.
Oh,
but if you take the plane, everything is close.
Sure. Yeah.
Well, we drove.
Okay. Yeah, I was thinking, like, again, I don't know anything. I was thinking that was, it's a 3 to 5 hour drive, no problem. Because I always.
But have you seen? Have you seen the roads here in Norway?
No, I haven't. A lot of potholes.
It's like this. It's this small.
Oh wow.
It's not like where you come from.
Yeah, 2 lanes.
We have 2 lanes.
Yeah.
That's it, almost.
And on those back roads, I love thinking about, what things are like geographically other places. On those back roads, are you, coming across farmers that have tractors out there and, even horses, that kind of stuff? Or is it, pretty much just cars zipping back and forth 2 lanes?
It's not that old country.
Yeah.
We have, but we have side roads.
Yeah.
There you can find farmers.
Yeah.
They have cows and sheep.
Yep.
And everything.
Yeah. That's what's keeping us all going, isn't it? Hey, second song I want to play. I've not listened to this track at all yet, and I've not seen the video yet, so I'm excited to do that. But Black Sky.
Black Sky.
Is there a story behind that we want to hear, or do we want to go right into the track?
Yeah, maybe you can listen to it, and maybe we can take it afterwards. But it starts with one hand in my bottle and one hand on the wheel.
Okay.
So you know what that's.
Yeah.
When you get your heart broken and.
Yeah. Don't let me drive.
Don't let me drive.
You got a lot of driving themes. I love that.
Yeah. Women and driving. Yeah. Sorry about that.
Hey, you got to have a theme. That's a good one. All right, here it is. Black Sky from Kardang.
Well, right now I'm working on diesel. Most of my work is I've done my farm work all my life, brush hogging, working cattle. So you're an artist.
One hand on the bottle and one hand on the wheel. I'm a badass motherfucker, flying high on wings of steel. Got a princess in the backseat. I cannot let her go. I got a feeling in the back of my head. This girl is gonna give me a go. This girl is gonna give me a go. I was born under a black sky. I come alive in the night. There ain't no limit for rock and roll. The limit's in yourself. I got a pedal to the metal. I'm a fly on the wall. I got my reasons to forget her. This is the final call. Another empty bottle, another chick for free. One way or another, she's gonna be riding for me. She's gonna be riding for me. I was born under a black sky. I come alive in the night. There ain't no limit for rock and roll. I was born under a black sky. I come alive in the night. There ain't no limit for rock and roll. The limit's in yourself. Cause I was born under a black sky. I come alive in the night. There ain't no limit for rock and roll. I was born under a black sky. I come alive in the night. There ain't no limit for rock and roll. I was born under a black sky. I come alive in the night. There ain't no limit for rock and roll. There ain't no limit for rock and roll.
Now that one had that one was more of a ballad. A ballad had a touch of maybe a country rock, American country rock kind of vibe, or let me change that. Maybe a Tom Petty, Traveling Wilburys type of a vibe to me. What was the what made you guys come up with that track? Was that one that you wrote?
No, that was the one Boogie Silver
Okay.
wrote, because he when he was on the oil platform,
Okay.
one of his friends said to him something about, well, I don't know about you, but when I was born, it was kind of black sky.
Wow.
And Boogie Silver went like, black sky?
Yeah.
Black sky, okay. And then I think...
Hey, I just got goosebumps. Because
cool.
I just got goosebumps because that's how simple it is for an artist to get inspiration from just something somebody said, and then they run with it. Yeah. And then you have a track.
Yeah, that's actually how it was. And then he was listening to. He didn't tell me, but I'm kind of guessing Tom Petty-ish. Yeah. And because when he showed this song to us, it was more in the lane of Tom Petty, stylish. Yeah. So we went like, oh no, it's not Kardangish. Yeah. But then we did the rehearsal, and then we played the song over and over, and we put some Kardang elements into it. Sure. And then it turned out to be like this. Yeah. It was more, how shall I put it, country. Yeah. Because when he did this, he did it with a not electric guitar.
Acoustic, yeah.
Acoustic guitar.
Yeah, I could hear that for sure on that. Yeah. Yeah.
There is a lot of acoustic guitar also on the song,
sure.
Actually.
Yeah. Yeah. It's amazing that like how layered you can do a mix. There easily could have been an acoustic guitar strumming up underneath the lightly crunchy, again, Kardang vibe layered rhythm guitars. And it's just big and wide. It sounds great. Now the voiceover on the beginning, what's that from? Yeah, that's something the video producer did where he took something from, I don't know where it was, but something Georgia. It sounded like it was from Georgia.
yeah, he was, because you go, I listen, I really love like flying. Yeah. And that was actually where it was coming from. Like you said, it was actually some country elements to it. So you see when you look on the video, it goes like in the grass, out in the fields. Yep.
Yeah. That's I know those type of people that talk like that, and I've got great friends. You wouldn't be able to understand them. My wife can barely understand them, but they talk to me, and I'm like, oh yeah, and my wife's like, how do you understand what he's saying? I was like, I speak that language, Yeah. It is amazing to me how a very tiny little thing, like somebody saying something in passing that I was born under, a black sky, can influence you knuckleheads to rehearse for 20 hours, input everybody's, idea, and then, follow through to the end and get to a song. Follow through to the end, have a video, and have, something released. Did Boogie ever show the song in the video to the guy that said that?
Actually, we haven't talked about it.
Yeah.
I'm going to talk to him later about that. Thank you very much for that.
Yeah, that'd be very cool to show that person, because a lot of outside, anybody that's watching this podcast is probably a musician. A knucklehead like us with an instrument. And they kind of get it. They would get it. But anytime that you can, show an outsider that doesn't do this type of thing that, hey, you inspired me to go this far with a very small idea. And I either thank you or I hate you for that.
Yeah. Love and hate is the same,
Yeah. It's just one's positive and one's negative. I don't know. I guess can you have positive hate? Is there
positive hate?
Yeah. Is there such thing as positive hate? Like, I have a strong dislike for snakes, but I don't hate them because I know they serve a purpose. But is there such thing as positive hate?
There has to be.
Yeah. And
because sometimes you cry when you're happy.
Yeah. 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 And what would, that's crazy. Emotions are emotions are crazy. You're happy or you're sad, or you can have so many different emotions. And during the writing process, hopefully that comes across, as, I was somber and melancholy in this song, but this song I was ready to go, Hey,
actually,
go ahead.
Actually, I'm writing something now called why do I always cry these happy tears?
Yeah. I mean,
Yes.
it's a good road to go down to analyze because, you know, you have those type things.
Yes.
I don't want to say this on the air, but I will because I don't care.
Yeah.
You know, my wife and I watch American Idol because I love to see young talent. That's, you know, it just blows me away to see a 15-year-old kid have so much bottled up talent. They don't know what to do with it yet, but they can be molded.
Yeah.
But I'll see a performance from one of these amateurs, which they're not. They are great. And I'll just like I'll feel it in my chest, and I'm like get emotional at an amazing performance. And you know, I'm a man, so I'm like trying not to let my wife know. Man, that was that one got me. But you know, it's kind of amazing to see those type of kids coming up with so much talent.
Yeah, but I think I also watch a lot of stuff because I have a 16-year-old daughter. But what it comes to mind is, I think when we are going out somewhere, she always have this mobile go like taking picture of herself a lot of times in the days.
Yeah.
And they, you know, I think a lot of young teenagers do this.
Yeah.
And when you see this all the time, you get this wrong impression about something is everyone is perfect.
Yeah.
Because you have this filter you do, and everything is perfect.
Yeah.
So when you see someone playing something, I guess they've done it 1,000 times, because when they are putting out something, it has to be perfect.
Yeah.
So I think when you see a lot of guys that are doing Idol or something like that, The Voice or something, I think it's fantastic because they try to be themselves out there in a world that's everything needs to be perfect.
Yeah.
So maybe that's a bit, my girl, she can sing, but she don't want to sing in front of people because she is tired, afraid she's doing something wrong, missing lyrics or something. But like I said, you don't have to be perfect.
Yeah.
I think her answer is yes.
Yeah. Well, there's a fine line between being a perfectionist because you want to put out, you know, the best thing that you can put forward. There's another thing to be worried about the comments section. But I got a line for you. You put your hand up like that. They're living their life in a box. And they're not able to see beyond the box because the box is it's everything. It's you know, positive reinforcement. It's unfortunately negative reinforcement. Everything's right there, and they can't see through it to realize that. Guess what? You have to practice something 10,000 hours in order to be good enough at it to step on a stage and go for it. And you know, they're being hindered, and myself too. I can't tell you how many times needless scrolling.
Yeah, me too.
I mean, it's needless scrolling, but on the third one, and I get a good laugh, like, oh my God. And then I'm like, share to all my buddies that I hope, there's some positive to it that, there's some comedy in there. There's, that guy's an idiot in there. And then you turn around and there's 45 minutes of your day just wasted.
Yeah.
When you could have been getting better at an instrument or writing or trading stocks or anything.
Yeah.
You know.
The teenagers, they don't like to get bored.
Yeah.
They need something. They don't want to get bored. Yeah. And how shall I put it? If you put that aside, I think then they would have more fantasies.
Yeah, creativity.
So I think today teenagers, they don't have fantasies like I have.
Yeah, the creativity, the
creativity and the fantasies.
Yeah,
they don't have this today.
Yeah,
I think.
Yeah, I mean, you're living through it, so you would know.
Yeah. Yes.
You know, I coach ice hockey, and I've got 6-year-olds to 18-year-olds all around the arena. And, you know, again, they have the ability to put down the phone, get on the ice, and they have the willingness to train hard, work hard, become good at their craft, and become successful. And then they go back and get the box and you know and play in the box again. But at least they have the ability to put it down for a minute to get good at something outside of nonsense.
Yes.
You know.
I'm a teacher at how shall I put it, a university.
Oh, okay.
And what we do have is like this mobile hotel.
Wow.
When the hour is when the class is starting,
Yep.
they need to put their telephones in the mobile hotel.
Brilliant.
Because if we don't have that, everyone sometimes in the classroom,
Yeah.
in the first hour of, let's say, first 15 minutes,
Yeah.
one person go like,
Yep.
and another one,
Yep. Yep.
and when 1 hour is finished, one person go like doing this, not for that person, it's not much, but maybe 3 or 4 times.
Yeah.
But the other person is 3 or 4 times. And the other person,
Yeah.
so actually what you have, if you don't have the mobile hotel, you go all 30 kids in 1 hour, almost all the time.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah. So we needed to have this mobile hotel, and that's fantastic for
Absolutely.
us. Very good.
Yeah, that's absolutely brilliant. Is that something that you put into place, or is that a university policy? Is my first question.
I'm not sure, actually.
Or is it a Norwegian thing where you guys just said, "Hey, this is ridiculous. Put it away. Here's where it goes."
Actually, I'm not sure, but we do this in my school.
I love it. So my second question on that, and you may or may not know the answer. Is it a Faraday bag? Meaning
A Faraday bag. What's that?
Yeah. Now, a Faraday bag or a Faraday box on is to if you put it in the bag, it can't receive any signal and it can't send out any signal. It's just like it's now a paperweight, and you put it in the bag. It can't ring. It can't do anything. It can't chirp. No dings, no notifications. So if you put them in a Faraday bag, a lot of the comedians here in the States, they require you to put your phone in a locked Faraday bag that they will store, and then at the end of the show, you come back and you get your phone back. And they do that for 2 reasons. They do it to force you to have focus, because that's where we're at. And then the second thing they do it for is obviously so that not everybody's up there filming it. When you're playing a show, Chris, how many screens are you or lenses? How many lenses are you looking at while you're playing?
A lot. Yeah.
So this person is their retina is looking at the back of the box, and then the box is looking at you. There is a disconnect that there's no way to avoid it. It's a created disconnect. I'm watching my phone watch you, but I'm here with you. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's nonsense.
No, we don't have that. They just put it on soundless.
Oh, okay.
No sound.
Do not disturb. Yeah.
But I think, was it about 10 years ago?
Yeah.
There was a lot of bands like I was going to bands like not Nickelback. There was this Hailstorm and Shinedown.
Yeah. Yeah.
They were like, "Hey, you want to listen to us and play music, have fun, or you want to go through all that mobile. Take it down, put it away. There was, I think it was in the States like 10 years ago, maybe,
Yeah.
but now it's up again. Everybody's.
Yeah.
There was a time when there was maybe 1, 2, 3 years, and then
Yeah.
everybody did it again.
Well, I think it was such a new thing for artists to be on a stage looking out and see nothing but lenses looking at them.
Yeah.
That it was probably like, what is going on? Well, you know, and they tried to push back, just like Metallica tried to push back on Napster back in the day.
Yeah.
And Metallica wasn't wrong, because now music is pretty much worthless on streaming services and such.
Yeah.
But it was a futile effort. It was a lost battle.
Yeah.
You know, Sabaton should sing about that battle.
I love the word Faraday bag.
Yeah. Faraday bag is look it up, because scientifically
Yeah, I'm gonna.
it's a pretty cool thing. It's also good. You know, I oddly enough, I have a Faraday bag just for my Amazon Alexa.
Yeah.
You know what an Alexa is? Amazon, that you say, "Hey Alexa, play Bad Company." You also have a Paul Rogers vibe to your voice too.
Yeah, I know. Sweet. No, what's it? Free.
Yeah, Free. Yeah, the
Wishing Well.
yeah, Wishing Well, great song.
Yeah.
You ever heard Gary Moore's version of Wishing Well?
No.
Gary Moore, Wishing Well. I'm pretty
No, I haven't heard.
I'm pretty sure it's the same song, but I digress. But Faraday bag,
Yep.
I put my Amazon Alexa in there and close it.
Yeah.
So it only listens to me when I want it to.
I thought you said there was nothing electricity and nothing coming in.
Right.
But
So when I want to use Alexa, I take her out and I put her down and I say, "Hey Alexa, play Pink Floyd." But
oh yeah, okay. So put
all
it back.
all the other time, she can't hear anything.
Okay.
You know, shut up.
Okay.
Alexa.
Yeah. Like Big Brother is watching, kind
Yes,
of.
Big Brother is
Yeah.
always watching.
Because when you said Faraday bag,
Yeah.
the first thing that comes to mind is having a big Faraday bag and put myself in it.
Yeah. You could do that. Faraday cage, Faraday bag.
Faraday.
This is.
This is-
I'm just looking up the scientifics on it. What does a Faraday bag do? Let's see. EMF signal blocking that works. It's just RF shielded bags that, you know, it won't allow cell signal in or out, Wi-Fi in or out, any of that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And it's just something that, you know, if you want to have any kind of disconnected time, even I from what I understand, even turning your cell phone off and, you know, putting it in your back pocket, from what I understand, there's still stuff going on.
Yeah, there is. I've heard that too.
And it's like there's no way to totally disconnect unless you do something like this. And you can find them on Amazon, cheap. Amazon, 2 Faraday bags, game changer. Let's see.
When we talk about this Faraday bag, like
$10.
10 or 15 times, I think not long now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get some stuff here on my Facebook
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
that says, you like Faraday? Because
100%.
100%.
100%. The fact that we're talking about it, you'll get an ad. And
Yes.
I obviously will also do that as well, because I just looked it up in a browser. But yeah. Here's another thing. And we're digressing from music, but this,
Yeah, cool. No problem.
it's important because this is the time that we live in. Your car now has a key fob that you don't even have the newer cars, you don't even have a key to put in the ignition. It
No.
just has to be in the vicinity of the vehicle, and you put your foot on the brake and you can press a button, car cranks up.
Yeah.
Well, apparently, the people that are out there that are up to no good have devices now that they can scan the code from your key fob and then just walk up to your car, open a door, press a button, and drive away.
Oops.
So this Faraday bag I'm looking at is for a car key fob that you can put in one of these bags that will eliminate the ability for anybody to capture your code for your car and steal your car.
But that's how they do if you have your Visa, MasterCard.
Oh yeah.
They did it if you have it on your back trousers.
Yep.
They have this thing machine.
Yep.
They touch your Visa card on your ass, and they go like,
Yep.
Now we have that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty unreal. I mean, obviously, I love technology because I'm sitting here talking to you in Norway and having a conversation as if we were in the same room. And,
yes.
And there's a lot of, I would say it's 92% positive. But that 8% of negative, is you have to be aware of it, and you have to kind of take precautions with it, and just be aware of it. But anyway, that's our Faraday bag.
Yeah, that's what do you think about AI then?
Okay. AI it's a useful tool. Is it going to put people out of work? Yes, I think so. But if you look at my new graphic, the graphic for the podcast, I asked AI hey, I wanted to rebrand because I just had a black and white logo that I made, and it looked like I made it. It was terrible. And I asked AI, it's like, make me a logo in the style of Salvador Dali for the Original Music Podcast. And 30 seconds, it gave me 4 choices. Yes. This was one of them, and I was like, done. I'm using that one. So it's a beautiful tool. But there's also a website called Suno, Suno.com.
Yeah, about music, making music.
And it makes music. Not only does it make music, but there's vocalists on it.
And lyrics.
On it. And I'm like, wow. Now, I think at this point, unless you pay for the top-end subscription on it, I think it'll only do like a minute and a half segment of a song kind of thing. But the writing is on the wall. The writing's on the wall. It's coming. It's here. It's only going to get better. I think the AI that we are at right now is, I really think it's the, you're old enough to remember having a answering machine at your home.
Yes. That
they called, you weren't home, it picked up and recorded a message. You could come home and press a button and listen to Junkus say, hey, rehearsal's at 8, not 7 o'clock on Monday.
Yes.
Then it stepped up a notch to, hey, I can call my phone number, hit a code, and now from somewhere else on a payphone, I can listen to Junkus say, hey, rehearsal's at 8 o'clock, not 7 o'clock. What? You mean I can call my own machine off-site and get it? And then it went to, beepers. Then you had a beeper or a pager. I think that the AI right now is at the answering machine at your house without the code to call into to hear it.
Yeah.
Very early.
I think it's the pros and cons.
Yes.
Yeah, and like you say, it's early stage now, but give it 5 or 10 years if we use it like a good and right stuff, then maybe it's a good tool. Mm-hmm. But if we do it the wrong way, nothing good is going to come out of it. But like you said, in the music business, I don't think it's taking over, but I think it's making things easier for whomever it's touching, because I see when we make music, I need some lyric. We have the lyric, and I have the lyric in my head, and I know what it's about, and I write down. So if I'm stuck at something, some point,
Sure.
I'm always stuck 1, 2, or 3 times in the lyric making, like composing a new song. I'm always stuck between 1 or 5 times, and then I go on the internet. Maybe now I'm gonna see it soon, like you said,
Yeah.
and check out. But I'm not stuck in the way. I'm not missing the point
Right.
of the song. I'm just missing maybe a word.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that can help us.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, if you use it like that. When you were talking there, the first thing that came to my mind was a thesaurus.
Yeah, like a source.
A thesaurus, right? A thesaurus was that go-to before that we used before, AI, or way before that. Heck, before computers. Hey, I need another word that means this. Okay, go to the thesaurus, look it up. Oh, that doesn't.
Thesaurus, yeah. I used that also,
Yeah.
but 5 or 10 years ago.
Yeah, exactly. 5 or 10 years ago, that's what you would do, and now you can do other things. And that's a good example of how you can use AI in the creative process to help, influence you to go a certain way. Now, here's I don't know if this one is negative or positive yet, but it's definitely a thing.
Yeah, I agree with you.
So I was just listening to a Joe Rogan podcast, and he was talking about they're using AI to control a fighter jet, right?
Yeah.
And they're doing simulated dogfights with another jet that has the top pilots, Top Guns, human. And the AI jets are beating the human top-notch jets 100% of the time. Where's that headed?
Yeah, I think AI is like you said. If you put in a lot of information, AI has the possibility to make it better than humans.
Right.
In a faster way. I think we are, for now, much better than AI, but we have feelings in between also. So I think the process for AI is quicker than the human brain. But if we would have years, then we would be smarter. But they are faster.
Yeah.
So in the next 10 or 20 years, I think there will be a lot of change in the electronic stuff, AI.
Yeah. I guess it always comes down to who programmed it and what did they program it with, and is this thing going to be able to make it a moral decision, in whatever it is, whatever the instance is, is the machine going to be able to make a proper moral decision? Or is it just going to do, black and white decisions?
Yes.
It's this?
I think, let's hope I'm right, but I think the governments in every country in the world needs to have laws.
Yeah.
That it, like having control. If you don't have control, I think.
Yeah. Do you want to hear a scary one? And then we're going to move on to music.
Yeah, come on, go on.
Here's a scary one. I think the same podcast. The United States, China, and Russia, I think the U.S. is pushing for this, but they're trying to do an international treaty with nuclear nations that they will agree to not take humans out of the line of decision-making of the launch of nuclear weapons. They will not. The treaty is to keep nations from letting AI make the decision to launch or not launch. The treaty is to make sure that we have humans in that line the final decision to launch or not launch. And guess from, I mean, it's probably propaganda because I'm in the States, but, apparently, China and Russia don't want to get on board with that and may want to, put that in an entirely AI type of scenario. That's
scary.
That's scary. Yeah. Hey, that's Terminator. I mean, we are living in the original Terminator movie.
Yeah.
We're counting.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah.
And it's hopefully getting better.
Yeah, hopefully getting better. We're going to be optimistic.
We are not thinking bad thoughts.
Yeah.
Like Danko Jones. Have you heard that one?
No, what's that?
Danko Jones?
Danko Jones?
Danko Jones.
Spell that. I want to look it up.
DANKO.
Yeah.
Space JONES. Danko Jones.
Okay. Is that, I see a guitar player.
He had bad thoughts. I'll admit it, I've done a few things that I shouldn't be proud of.
No, it's an artist. I like this.
He's a musician.
Okay, yeah. Good Time. It's a song. And what about Danko?
Oh, he's fantastic. He plays rock-driven, straightforward, punchy riffs, lines. Oh, he is fantastic. You got to listen to him.
Okay. Yeah.
Danko Jones. He got a song called Bad Thoughts.
Okay, Bad Thoughts. Okay. Yeah, I'll definitely check that out. I always I love hearing artists. Where is he out of? Let's see.
England, I think.
I've been getting a Canadian hard rock from Toronto.
Canadian. Yeah, he's Canadian.
Yeah.
He's Canadian.
All right, I'm going to have to look him up, see if we can get him on. He's
not far from you. Not far from you.
Yeah. Looks like he's touring right now in Germany, Hungary, Belgium. Let's see if he's coming near you. Austria. What is Salamandra? Where is that?
Salamandra?
Yeah.
I have no clue.
I never even heard of that.
I never heard of it.
Huh. Oh, it looks. You know what? That looks like French. Oh wait, Frederiksberg, Denmark.
Oh, Denmark.
Yeah, Frederiksberg.
He has played a lot in Norway and Denmark.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey.
Yeah. Cool.
I mean, we digress. Great talking with you, Chris. I love talking to you.
Same to you.
On the last song, Black Sky, we talked about it had kind of a Tom Petty vibe, but you guys hit me with a curveball. At the end of that song, two things I have written down when I listened to it. You hit me with a curveball with the key change at the end.
Yes.
And you going up to another key. Man, when good singers do that, do you guys know that you're doing this? That when you go up to that when you go from here to the next step, that it lands in like a different area of your voice where there's more, it's a power voice, or is it an intentional thing to do so that you can get up to where you can really hit it at the end of the song?
Actually, I'm not sure, but that song was we had this Junkie Jane song. We did similar stuff like this song also.
Yeah.
These two, Junkie Jane and this Black Skies, we were listening to Queen.
Oh, yep.
They have a lot of changes in the
yeah.
style and singing and stuff. So maybe it's those two were maybe combined by Queen and the new song like Hey Molly. It's because we also it's not that much, maybe 3-4 songs.
Yeah.
We do the same ending,
right.
Like going up a notch.
Sure.
And the new song also, Hey Molly, that is just because I'm singing with my not low voice, not high, but in between.
Yeah.
And so when we did this song, I go like, I don't have any challenges, don't have anything to come with this song to make it for me good and perfect.
Yeah.
Then I come like, maybe put it up a notch, and then I go like in my, all right, this is so cool. So this is just to make this perfect for me. So
and that's my point. Is like you were saying, you're singing in this key, and you're like, man, I got nowhere to pop a wheelie. I like to, I got nowhere to pop a wheelie, and just by saying, hey, let's go up a whole step, it lands into your maybe that Bryan Adams, raspy, or the Lou Gramm. It lands in the Lou Gramm, and that gives you another tool in your toolbox to grab a 12 millimeter wrench and say, let's go, Yeah.
But when I'm in studio, I always go like that Van Halen Mammoth.
Yeah.
He said something good. If you can't do it live, don't do it on in recordings.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, it's like when I come to the recording and I go like, I can do this. That's cool. Can I do it live? Yeah, but maybe that will be too hard for this song.
Yeah, to be consistent.
Yeah, when it comes out a little bit harder on this song, I can do it on that song.
Right.
Yeah, let's do it on. I can put a big notch on this one. I go higher here.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Well, do you find that, I mean, I know what we do as a band, but do you find that when you're doing a record or even laying out a live set list, are you thinking about, all right, first song's got to bang on in the head. Second song's got to still be up there. Third song, we can taper it down. Fourth song, we're going to bring it back up. Fifth song, we're going to drop all the way down to a ballad. I mean, do you guys think about that ebb and flow of a record or a set list?
Yeah. Actually, we the first year we just had one album out, 11 songs.
Yeah.
So we did 11 songs.
Yeah.
And now we have this last year, let's say 9 months ago or something.
Yeah.
Then we did, like you say, we did a cool intro.
Yeah.
And we did 4 or 5 songs that put people in emotion. Yeah. Let them sing along, let them dance, have fun. And then we took it down a little bit.
Yep.
And then we raise it higher and higher, a little bit low, higher and higher, a climax at the end.
Yeah.
So we think more now about how to put the songs together in a show than we did 1 or 2 years ago.
Sure. I mean, and that's going to keep happening as your material grows. It bothers me sometimes that, we've got 3 albums plus a bunch of tunes that aren't recorded worth of material, but you only have a 60 or a 90-minute slot. So there's a lot of, my friends that don't make the cut to be played. And it's like, man, there's such good material there. Yeah, but, it's too slow. Or, it's too artsy. All of that stuff needs to be played. It just has to be placed in the right spot in the set.
Yes. But it depends on where you are playing the gig, about the venues.
Sure.
Will there be a venue? Will you play festival? Is it 4 o'clock or is it 10 o'clock?
Yeah.
Is it 30 minutes? Is it 40? Is it 60? Then when we have this set list about 20 songs, so we can put it down and we can use this one on that venue or this place or this festival.
Yeah.
We have 90 minutes. Then we play the whole set for this gig.
Yeah.
So we are trying to change the songs for the venues and festivals and gigs and stuff.
Yeah.
It depends on where.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
And, that process, again, you got 5 guys in the band. Not everybody's going to agree to make the 5th song this or that.
No,
no.
We are not.
Who makes that
every
call?
time.
Who makes the call? You?
I think we do it together.
That's good.
There was this time we needed to from 20 to 11 songs, and we did. We were on a gig, and we were in the hotel room. Finished with the gig, and then we were playing 1 week later. And when we were finished with the gig, then we went to the hotel room, take some drinks, and everyone was making the lists of 20 to 10 songs.
Yeah.
And then we put it together, and we had 8 songs.
Okay.
Everybody wanted to play it, and then we had a quarrel for 1 hour about the 2 other songs.
yeah. I mean, but that's some of the best times for me in my bands. Is those type of conversations. You just killed it, had a great gig, and you go back to the room, and like you said, you're having a couple drinks, and everybody gets a shower cleaned up, and now we're just hanging out and talking about the company. Okay.
Yep.
Hey, that was great. Out of that, okay, we can all agree on 8 songs, non-negotiable. Now we need 2 more, and that becomes an all-nighter.
Yeah, that's a dilemma.
Yeah. Turbo Prince.
Yes.
What can you tell me about this track?
That was our opening track, because if you listen to the song, there is an intro.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's we have used that song for almost 2 years.
Oh wow! So this is the go-to opener everybody agrees on.
Yes, we did a show October last year, I think it was, or maybe earlier this year, and there was this guy from America.
Uh-huh.
He travels, RC Sleaze, he is called. He travels all around the world to see, how shall I put it, original bands.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's his name?
I think it's called RC Sleaze.
Okay.
And he came to Oslo, and he saw us playing a concert with another band called Suicide Bombers.
Mm-hmm.
And he came all the way. On Friday, he traveled from America to Norway. Saturday morning, he was there and we finished. Next morning, he and his girlfriend went back to America.
Wow.
So just for the weekend, just for one gig with Suicide Bomber and us, and then we talked to him. We gave him a T-shirt and something, and then he wrote a review of the song, of the concert.
Yeah.
And he goes like, it was a fantastic live gig. He really loved it, and we spoke to him. It was fantastic, but maybe the songs were high tempo. It was killing all the time, but like he said, maybe it started off too quick, too good, too perfect.
Yeah.
And we go like, okay, maybe not. Maybe we won't start every gig like doing maybe do like a little less.
Yeah. 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 Could you imagine starting your show with a ballad and working your way up the mountaintop?
No. But I think now we have another song now. It's this Change of Heart.
Yeah.
We are having another intro, and the song, if you have heard the Change of Heart, it goes like doo 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 doo, and then it comes like doo 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 doo. Yeah. So we think maybe that's for this year. That'll be a good opener.
Yeah, a mid-tempo, it's still got power and still got, hey, we're here kind of vibe, but yeah.
Yes.
Well, let's listen to Turbo Prince because, again, I've not heard this one yet, so I'm excited.
You haven't heard Turbo?
I don't think I've heard Turbo yet.
That's a cool one.
All right, here we go. Turbo Prince.
turbo press.
That's rock and roll, sure, for sure. Wow. Okay, I have heard that. Now that I've heard it again, I was like, okay, because I streamed you guys. I was doing a building project in one of my barns here, and I was like, well, I'm going to listen to the whole Kardang thing. Now I recognize that. The scream at the end of that. What? I can't even hit it.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's that soccer cardio that you're able to hold that note that long, and
yeah,
it's unreal.
Yeah, when I'm warmed up, I'm having a good gig. I'm trying to that song, and we have this Junkie Jane.
Yeah.
I'm always trying to challenge myself to see how long
you can
hold it.
Yeah. Now, when you're holding it like that, are you holding it to a point and then adding vibrato at the very end, or does it take more air to do the vibrato on it? How does that work as a singer?
For me, it depends because it depends on what I'm feeling that day and how much I'm giving myself to the audience. Because if I'm feeling well and I'm not pushing myself all the time, every lyric, every line, every song, then I can hold it for as long as I want to, almost.
Yeah.
But if I'm pushing myself, trying to get all the audience, and I'm doing the best I can, then I feel myself. I know myself that I can't do it for as long as I want to.
Yeah, you're running out of steam, so to speak. If you're if you're into it hard.
Yeah.
The chants. There's a chant, melody chant section prior to the guitar solo. Is that something vocally that you came up with? It's like, is that one of these kind of things that you came up?
That kind of.
Yeah, that melody chant breakdown leading into the guitar solo is brilliant, because then the guitar solos harmonize that chant melody. It turns into the guitar solo. Your vocal melody turns into a harmonized guitar solo melody of your chant. It's awesome. That's Kardangian.
Yeah, that's Kardangian, because sometimes like the new song, we have this guitar going like do something, and actually it's coming from the bridge of the song.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's when you, those are hooks. I'm just a melody guy. When I hear. That's how I play my guitar solos. I mean, there has to be a melody in there. It's not just going to be a bunch of wheedly nonsense. It's got to be singing. The guitar's got to sing too. And so when I hear something like that, it catches my ear, and I'm like, okay, I get that. That I'm in. You sold.
Yeah. But when you make the songs.
Yeah.
It's not 100% done. For us, it's like 60%, because when we come into the studio, the sound is different, and the vibe, the place, your day of your form of the day, everything comes to another element, because when you come into the studio and everything that is put, then the other 40% comes. And another hook is in the making. Another riff. Maybe we should put this on a layer. Another way of singing this sentence.
Yeah.
So when we make the songs, we agree that it's, for us, it's 100% finished. When we go into studio, we know all the songs are 60%.
Yeah, that is a brilliant, possibly most profound thing, talking about the recording process of a rock band, that you can go into a session as a band thinking, hey, this is the way we're going to put it down. It's done. Stamp it. If you approach the studio with that mentality, and if you have a producer helping you, and you go in with that mentality, you're going to butt heads, and it's not going to be a fun experience. If you go into the recording process with, hey, this is as good as we think we got them, and now we go in and we work with the producer in the recording process, and hey, we may have to trash can this idea and that idea of that song out, but look, let's try this. And when you do that with that mentality, Chris, how many times have you been not happy with the results of listening to your producer and being open-minded?
Not so many times.
Never.
No, because on the first album, he helped us. We didn't know what he did, but we knew what he did afterwards. That he made us sound great.
Right.
So the next time we went in with, like you said, with open minds, and go like, he's gonna help us make this every song better. Yeah. And he did. Yeah. Yeah. Trust your producer. Yes. Unless you're Prince, and you got it figured out, and I mean, essentially Prince was his own producer, but unless you're that, or, like you said, Mammoth earlier, I think Wolfgang Van Halen's got a pretty good grasp and handle on how he wants start to finish for it to go. Yeah, I think he is the boss. Yeah, and it sounds great. It's fine, but I mean, if it's don't ever be so proud to not listen to, a producer, or somebody's got more time in the industry than you, or, for us, it's Corey Lowry of Seether. He's our producer, and if you can't listen to him for ideas that might help you sound better, then you're just being a closed-minded you're a Faraday bag. Yes, you're not open-minded. You don't get impulse. Yeah. You don't get vibes. You don't get your creativity in your brain going like a lot of how shall I put it, colors. Yeah. You only have one color. Right. Yeah. You need colors. Yeah, I can't tell you how many times. I can't tell you how many times on songs. I mean, there's been songs that for guitar solos, I'll come in and he's like, "What do you got?" I was like, "Well, I wrote this morning at 6 a.m. What do you think?" And I play it, and it's like, "Hey, I love it. Let's go. Let's put that down. Let's do that." Yeah. And then other times he's like, "What do you got?" I was like, "Well, I got kind of an intro, and I kind of know where I want to end." And he'll just, work me through the process. Well, what if you tried this? What if you tried that? And then we would put the solo down, and I'd be like, "That's me? Wow, that's amazing." And then you have to learn it to play it live. That's always fun after you record. Yeah. Actually, when we tried the rehearsal today, we are playing a gig this Saturday. Nice. 50-minute set, and we actually go we want to use this Molly the last song. Oh, let's try today. We did, I think it was 10, 15 times we played it, because like you said, in the studio there was a lot of guitars, a lot of mixing stuff, and now it goes like, for the first 2, 3, 4 times we played it, go like, what is the chord? What is the and I go like, and then it comes back to mind. We need to change our heads and go back in time and go like, okay, now I'm getting it.
Yeah.
So now it's okay. Now we know the track.
After recording something and the whirlwind of being in the studio and ideas flying across like missiles, coming out of it and it's on tape and you're listening to it, you have to relearn what it was. Yeah. What's the final thing? Like, I did so many things, I don't remember what I did. What was the final thing? And you just have to go back and relearn it. And it's, we talked about scrolling earlier. Have you ever possibly come across a reel or a meme, a short little video, and it's of, I believe, a monkey or an ape from Planet of the Apes that talks, and there's a human there, and there's this talking ape, and he goes up to him and he says, "What's the next chord of the song?"
No, I haven't heard that.
In the caption is something like, "What does the bass player do mid-song during the set?" And it's the ape going to him, "Hey, what's the next chord of the song?"
Is it a meme on TikTok or something?
I think it's Instagram. I've seen it there, but buddies have sent me things like that all the time. Those are where the internet's fun. Musicians sending jokes back and forth and talking about stuff like that on stage. Have you ever had best? It's very hard for me to think about, but the best show that you ever had where you didn't miss a lyric, you had every lyric, and you had perfect mix on stage, and everything was just like, how can it be this good? What would that show be for you? What was the best show that you felt like you hit everything, you had all the lyrics, and the sound was great? What was that?
Yeah, it was last year. There was a festival in north here in Norway. It's called Raymond Rock.
Yeah.
And there was a lot of big names, and we were playing like there was 2 big scenes stage. Yeah. The big ones were on the one side, and we were like an L.
Yeah.
Yeah. The big ones were here, and we were on the sideline.
Yeah.
But not so far, maybe 10 meters or something, and it was. The area was kind of like maybe between 2,000 or 3,000 people.
Yeah.
When we were playing, it was sun was going a little bit down, and we had people coming in.
Yeah.
For us and for me, people coming in, it's fantastic.
Yeah.
I don't want to see 1,000 people going
away. Yeah.
Yeah. So what it was like, everything was perfect, and I was kind of like having something in my throat going. Maybe I was kind of getting sick, and I was going all day. It was like, no, maybe I wasn't I wasn't in my top form, Yeah. And when we started, the stage perfect, people coming in perfect. Weather perfect, sound perfect, and when we started, I was kind of like, throat was not that good, but song 3, 4, actually I was getting better and better and better, and everything was perfect. And the great, one of the coolest thing was, first there was people coming in. I think when we were finished, it was like 1,500 people there. Were fantastic.
Yeah.
And I was taking off my shirt, and I was running all the way back and stood on these tables. All the people around were clapping hands, and I was going back, and I was going on you have this place before the stage
Yeah.
where people what's it called, the fences.
Security. Yeah.
Yeah, I stood on the fence going like this. I love you, everybody. There was a girl taking for 5 seconds. She was almost taking off my belt and my trousers, and I go like, what the?
Wasn't ready for that one.
Yeah, everything was amazing that night.
Yeah.
It was the best show ever, and we played our socks off.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. That's
we had a lot of gigs afterwards because of that gig.
sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's definitely how it works. Is if you do a high profile gig and you kick ass, you're going to get some more high profile gigs.
Yeah.
You know, if you can get them booked. But all right. So that's you know, Valhalla of rock and roll.
That's
like,
Norwegian
yes.
Valhalla.
What's the worst? You were sick. You couldn't remember your lyrics and sound sucked. Feedback for me is the worst. That's my kryptonite. Any feedback. If there's any kind of feedback, my ears freak out. What was the worst for you?
I think the worst is there was this one gig we had not so far from here. It was the sound was how shall I put it? We haven't rehearsed a lot because we had these 2 oil rigs gigs dudes.
Yep.
And we haven't when they come home on Thursday. So we try not to have book gigs on Friday and Saturday that week.
Yeah.
But sometimes we have to.
Right.
And it's not ideal and we don't like it.
Yeah.
So this gig was the same. We didn't rehearse or anything, and we needed to go on, I think it was Saturday. And there was this venue. I think for us it was like 3 meters wide and 5 long, and it wasn't a place for us.
Yeah.
Because we like to jump around
Yeah.
and have fun. So not ideal.
Yeah.
And we have in air, and when we used this, it was kind of, when we did the sound check, it was good. But when people came, there wasn't so much people, and we didn't have a good in-air sound.
Yeah.
So nothing seemed right that day. We did a lot of wrong things about the songs, lyric, and no, it was not so good that day.
We call that a train wreck here, or a snake bite gig here in the States. Like, man, you couldn't do anything right. It sucked. I'm ready to leave.
Yeah, that's what our first thought. But when we were finished, it goes like, we did a rehearsal.
Yeah, yeah.
We're not good at rehearsal, but we did a rehearsal.
Yeah, I think the big thing is, like, the way we approach it now. We've got 3 records that are recorded, so you have no excuse to not know the songs. You know what I mean? We're gonna play them. We're gonna play them like this live. So you rehearse on your own, and then when we get together, we're just going to rehearse the songs, and we're going to work on transitions between songs. How much time is between this? Are you going to say anything? Is there, what are we going to do there? How many songs we're going to do? And it's basically kind of working out the intricacies of the show. Like you were saying earlier, on the 4th song, if I'm feeling it, I'm going to run around out in the crowd and come back and work my way back to here. Jonkus might be thinking, okay, on the 4th song, I'm going to switch to this guitar, and I'm going to start doing this on that certain section. You start working out little things that you might do during the show, and that's what practice is, kind of, or rehearsal is the better word. Practice and rehearsal, 2 different things, yeah?
Practice and it's 2 different things. I think practice is when you practice home alone.
Sure.
And rehearsal is when you're with the band.
Yeah. Or practice could be as a band on writing a new song. We're practicing.
Yeah.
verse, chorus, bridge, breakdown,
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah, that's true.
But
like,
yeah,
yeah, but like you said, when I am, how shall I put it, spontaneous guy.
yeah,
When they can put me in a box and say, on that song you need to do this, on that song you need to do this.
yeah,
When I'm out there and I'm having a blast,
yeah,
I'm not gonna do this.
yeah.
I'm doing whatever I'm feeling.
Yeah, yeah.
If I want to run naked, I run naked.
Yeah. Hey, don't put me in don't put me in the phone hotel.
No, don't put me in the phone.
Yeah.
Then I use my
Faraday bag.
Fair
Last question. Do your students know what the hell you do out here on stage, and do they know that you play rock and roll?
Yes, they want to see.
Yeah.
They have seen some recordings live, but they haven't seen us. They haven't seen us actually live.
Yeah.
So my students play when sometimes they have music and they play Kardang.
Yeah.
They look at me and say, "Hey, I'm playing yours," and I go like, "I I'm shy.
Yeah.
I don't like it, but if you want to play it,
Yeah.
go ahead."
Yeah. Have you ever thought
And
about talking to the university about doing a show?
Yeah, they wanted. Yeah, but we for us it's like, what about the time?
Yeah. Yeah.
We try to make a lot of gigs around the whole Norway this year, and actually we are playing every month for this whole year.
Yeah.
Between 1 to 4 gigs
Yeah.
every month
That's
this whole year.
Yeah.
So we actually we don't have time, and we like you say, practice, trying to learn and make more music.
yeah.
We have now 4 or 5 songs, in good songs in the making. Maybe we have 8, 9, 10 songs now.
Yeah.
So we're gonna try and make those songs, let's say 10 songs in the next 6, 7 months, and then we're trying to go in studio and maybe get for
The third
later
record.
this year, or maybe earlier next year.
Yeah.
No, I'm not sure. We're trying to make a new record, but at least we're gonna make some singles.
Yeah. Yeah, that'll be the third record or EP, yeah.
Maybe we start with singles, EP, and LP.
Yeah. Well, I love what you guys are doing. I'm a fan of your voice. I'm a fan of the band. I wish that we could do a show together here in the States, or heck, if we could come over to Norway, that'd be crazy.
But next year.
Yeah. I mean, it'd be great to plan something like that. And
Yeah.
you know, here's the hard thing to pitch for us as artists, original artists. There's a great venue here in my town that would be perfect for our shows, our the stage and everything, but they are only booking Bon Jovi tribute bands, Stevie Nicks tribute bands, et cetera, et cetera.
Oh.
And how do I go to them and say, hey, I want to bring my buddies Mother Misery and Kardang from Europe to come do a show here with us and make it something special. Can we do that and really promote it and get some people out to see something they've never seen before? And they'll be like, well, you might not sell enough tickets like Bon Jovi does. So, well, what do you do?
Well, what do you do? Yeah, we spoke. We sent a mail, and I spoke to the guys, the booking guys at what's it called, Whiskey Go Go Bar.
Okay, I've played it 2 or 3
Oh,
times.
you have?
Yeah.
Yeah, and they said the same, like you said, up to how it's like. I think they said you needed to bring 350
Right.
in.
Yeah.
If not, it's not for them.
Right. Or you will pay for the evening.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you can buy the whiskey a go-go. You can give them $1,500, and they'll open up and give you a stage. But if you really want to do an event, it's gonna be hard to do. An original act like that. At least whiskey is an original music venue. At least they understand that model. But there's a lot of venues that are just strictly, hey, we just want to sell tickets, and we want to sell hamburgers and beers. We don't care what you play. You could play Brown Eyed Girl 17 times. Different reggae version. You could, they just want to sell hamburgers and beers and tickets. Yeah. So that's the hurdle to clear. And if you can clear that, then you have to figure out, okay, you're talking about $1,700, $2,000 a person for you guys to fly here.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about gear. We'll have plenty of backline and gear that you can use. But okay, I mean, you're talking about 5 guys at $2,000. That's $10,000 that you got to come up with just to go and play a venue that they're not going to even guarantee that they can help fill out 300 seats. So
no, that we talked about that one.
Yeah,
but our how shall I put it? Question is, if there is a local band that attracts people, we can play together with, and maybe because America is so big, maybe play 2, 3, 4 gigs. That week. Yeah. Then maybe, like you said, maybe 10 grand. Maybe we could have an income for 7 grand, and then we 3 grand for us it's okay.
Yeah, 3 grand loss is
it's okay.
That's a normal thing. But if you're selling T-shirts and Kardang hats, I see you got the. I want a Kardang hat.
You're gonna get it.
Yeah, I want a Kardang hat. But yeah, if you're selling merch, and I mean, it's such a good show. I mean, could you imagine Mother Misery, Kardang, and my band Hope's Anchor doing a 3-hour concert? I mean, that's with the right stage and venue, it would be, as good as seeing anything that you would go pay. And I just went and saw Judas Priest and Sabaton open for them, the Swedish band. And to be honest, we're talking real. This was a 14 to 16,000 seat, with the grass and the lawn and all that kind of stuff. One of the vendors there said, it's only 5,000 seats have been sold for Judas Priest and Kardang. I mean, not Kardang, Sabaton.
Yeah.
That's not that many to rent out an amphitheater. So I don't know I don't know how to navigate that anymore, because we're so busy worrying about social media posts and all this nonsense.
But I think coming over there for us, and like Mother Misery and you guys, that would be, we could do a lot of promotion around, like your radio station, and other radio stations. So for the 3 of us to get there, not, how shall I put it? I think it's not that impossible to get 200-300 people.
No, it's definitely possible. And like you said, also you'd have to think, okay, we got to do Atlanta, Charlotte, Nashville, Asheville. It's got to be a leg of a tour. You got to have, let's figure, okay, we got to figure 8 shows in different spots that are 3-hour drives apart. Boom, 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 and just work your way up. Like you have done. I guess you've done it. Yeah, we used to, man, you know what we got on back in the, I hate to say it, but probably late 90s, early 2000s. We got hooked up with a sorority and fraternity chapters at LSU College with Louisiana near New Orleans. Well, we played them. They loved it. So they turned us on to their chapter in Huntsville, and then their chapter in Alabama, University of Alabama. And we started, all we did was sorority and fraternity concerts. And that was our whole tour. It was built-in crowd. All they wanted to do was party and have fun. Let's go, But the problem with that was a lot of times they were at their fraternity or sorority house or a venue that they rented that didn't have PA, didn't have lighting, it wasn't really set up to bring a band into. You had the crowd and you had the intent was there, the infrastructure was not. So yeah, it would be finding infrastructure places to be able to handle it. And we'll talk more about it. That would be fun to think about. Yeah,
that'll be fun. We exchange the emails and stuff. So.
Oh yeah.
That would be fantastic.
Well, tell everybody where they can find everything Kardang, and then I want to hear My Molly when we get off. I want you to send me that so I can hear it. I want to hear what the new track sounds like.
Cool. So they can. Everybody can find Kardang on social medias.
Yep.
Like YouTube, Spotify, TikTok, everything, Instagram. You can find us everywhere. And all the gigs we are playing now is concentrated to Norway, and it's like here on the south of Norway to north. First we go to Oslo, and then we go to Trondheim, a little bit north.
Yep.
And then we, at the end of the year, it's in 8 or 9 December, we are going to Bergen, a big capital here in Norway.
Okay. Is Oslo the capital?
Yeah, Oslo is the capital. Yeah. Bergen is a big country, big town.
Yeah.
So hopefully next year, we will travel aboard. We are also now in some, how shall I put it? Contact with in a place in Poland.
Okay.
So maybe maybe Poland and maybe England will be our first trip outside Norway.
Again, that would have to be like a leg, right? You kind of do a gig and travel, do a gig, travel. It'd be fun to kind of do a leg out and then fly back, kind of a thing.
Yeah.
But then you're talking about, hauling gear and stuff. I mean, I'm a guitar player, and I know your guitar players are pretty particular about what they play through to get their sound. To be able to do fly dates and just be able to, bring a processor, or in this case, my Kemper or something like that.
Yeah.
You can play through kind of anything at that point, but for the most part of the time when we do it, it's a trailer with cabinets and amps and PA and, whatever, this rack for in-ears and, so you got to travel with gear. So it'd be kind of hard to fly back, but
the venues we play, they usually have the equipment.
Yeah. As far as for your backline for if you say you want a Marshall 412, they'll have it there?
Not always.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
But they have similar.
Yeah. Something that you can get through the gig with.
Yes.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Yeah.
Maybe not fantastic, but good enough.
Yeah. Get you through it. Well, man, Chris, I really appreciate you coming on. I'm glad that I finally got you. Because like I said, I met the other guys the last time, and they were knuckleheads, and I thought, I got to speak to the other knucklehead.
well, they are the bad boys.
Yeah.
I'm the good. I'm just kidding.
Yeah. I don't know.
I think it's otherwise.
Yeah, I could hear. I heard your lyrics on the last time we we listened to one song, and I was like, all right, who came up with that lyric? And they're like, Chris did. It's Chris. So that's funny.
Yeah. Cool.
All right, buddy. Well, hey, best of luck to everything coming up, and just keep us posted on anything new coming out, and
Yes.
we'll keep in touch.
Yeah, we do.
All
Nice
right.
talking to you, man.
Hey, you too. Stay on the line.
See you.
Stay on the line. We'll chat after this.
Cool.
All right, bye.
Bye-bye.
You're watching the Original Music Podcast. With your host, Raymond Hemms.